Hello, everybody. It is your Uncle Fish back again for a School of Fish art stream. J-Man wants a Gatling gun on the end of his tail. Oh my goodness. J-Man says the tail's where you put all the heavy artillery. Damn. He said he used to have a howitzer on the end of his tail.
What is up, everybody? It is your ever-loving Uncle Fish back again for the first time in a while. It has been a hot minute. I am trying to check and see if things are working and going the way they're supposed to be going. If it's going out to the places where it's supposed to be going out to. Says it's going out, but I'm not seeing it in the places where I should be seeing. And sometimes I can't see my own stuff very well. So let me look again. I really don't want to bring it up on here because then it's going to give me a crazy feedback. Let's see if it's coming up on here. It's supposed to be going live on the other one. It just says it's live. Feedback. Yep, it's live there. Not seeing it come through on the backer kit. It's supposed to. I don't know what's going on with that. Something got messed up on the backer kit side of things. Anyway, it is your ever-loving Uncle Fish. Sorry about the delay on that. Trying to get everything together. Learning a new system, new processes, all that stuff is always tough for me. It really drives my OCD nuts trying to learn new platforms and new ways of doing things, but I've really enjoyed a lot of stuff about working over a backer kit so far on this campaign. One of the things that really, really impressed me on this campaign was how much help backer kit has been. And this is my first time working with them for crowdfunding. And part of that might be because we're part of Comictopia and it's a big organized thing with nearly 30 creators and stuff. And the more books you back on Comictopia, the more cool stuff you get. And we are all interconnected with another book and all that awesome stuff. So maybe they're more hands-on because of that. But getting like actual real feedback on your page and them looking it over and say, hey, these are some spots that we think that you could tweak it a little bit and improve it. That was freaking awesome. I've never gotten that kind of help from Kickstarter. I've worked on so many Kickstarters at this point. I don't think I've ever personally talked to a real person at Kickstarter. So that's been nice. That's been really nice. There's a lot of cool features and stuff that you can do over there, like doing polls and all kinds of stuff like that. Let people vote on what they want to see and what they'd like to have come up as the next freebies on the book. Like, that's really awesome. Like, right now, there's a promotion going for anybody that's backed any of my previous campaigns. If you come over to BackerKit and back Alice Lost in Wonderland, then you'll get this double-sided poster, one side done by me, one side done by the amazing Mike Watson at Freestyle Comics. You'll also get this double-sided poster if you back in the first 48 hours. So if you back like today, you'll get that poster. After Friday, that'll be gone. That won't. I mean, you can get it as an add-on and stuff, and you can get it at a higher tier, but you can't get it free like you can today. And then for the rest of the week, anybody that backs this week is going to get a free mini comic that is going to be a 16-page mini comic that shows more of Alice's world and shows how Alice met Big Ten for the first time. And it's really cool. It was written by my buddy T.S. Luther from Can't Be Killed Comics. I'm super excited about that. So like those are the freebies right now. But I've got a poll up on the page on the community tab where you can vote to see which freebies you'd like to see unlock next. And I'm going to unlock another freebie Friday. So the earlier you back, you get that day's freebie plus everything after that. So if you back today, you get the poster and then you get the mini comic and you'll get whatever comes after that. If you back tomorrow, you'll miss the poster, but you'll get the mini comic and whatever comes after that. And if you back after Friday, you'll get whatever that next prize is plus whatever comes after that. So the earlier you back, the more cool swag you get. So you need to get in today and get all of the cool swag. That's all I'm saying. The book has come out freaking amazing. The book is absolutely beautiful. I don't want to give too much of it away, but I mean, just look at that work. It's absolutely amazing. This one has been so awesome to work on. This has been 30 years in the making with this book. And the cool thing about it is not only is this a story that I've been working on for 30 years, but now this is a story that I'm getting to work on with my son because he's coloring like half of the book. And dude is so talented. Dude is so skilled. Barely Art on Instagram and TikTok. You need to check him out. Dude is so talented. You would be hard pressed to tell what pages I colored and what pages he colored. Like, he is really good. He's matching my style really well. And my style is not his style. So he's done really well to merge and make it look like mine. And I guarantee you there's some places that you would guess, oh, well, that must be fish because it looks really good. You'd be wrong. It's his stuff. Like, he's done a really amazing job on this. And it's been really exciting to get to work with him on a project that means so much to me. He's been hearing these stories his entire life because I've been working on this story for 30 years. And like, he's grown up hearing these stories and stuff and getting to be a part of seeing them come to print. And oh, that's crazy, man. It's been amazing. It's been very emotional getting to finally put characters down on the page that I know are going to be published and be out to the masses. And I'm going to print like 1,000 copies of this book. And that's nuts that it's taken 30 years to get here, but I'm super, super excited about it. We've already had almost $1,000 in backers. Now, that's something that's been really interesting. Cool thing about working on Backer Kit this time. Now, I would wager a guess that if I was running a Kickstarter right now, I probably would have hit goal or would just right about be at hitting goals. So it's a little bit less, a little bit slower maybe, but there are so many new names in the backer list of people that I don't know. And like anybody who's been running Kickstarters for a while, you know, like you come to recognize a whole lot of the same people over and over again. You know, there's a lot of mutual friends, there's a lot of fellow creators, there's just a lot of people that we know from around the community and people that back our books over and over again. You know, the Jamin and the Brad Arneys and the Andrew Dugans and like, you know, these dudes that support everything, Ezekiel from Singapore, like these guys that are always there supporting, you recognize a lot of those names. But I'm seeing a whole lot of new names, which is really awesome. Now, part of that is probably because we're part of the Comictopia promotion. So the more books that they cross promote, the more books that you buy, support from Comictopia, the more cool swag you get. And my book's not terribly expensive, so I'm probably an easy one to get on there. But that's a whole bunch of new eyes on my stuff. So I don't have as many, say, of my regular backers that would have been in by now, but I've gotten a whole bunch of new eyes on it, and that's awesome. Hopefully, those people will parlay, at least some of them are going to parlay, I hope, into new fans that like to keep following the series, because I have yet to have anybody take a look at this book and not absolutely love it. So I'm hoping that continues to follow through. One of the really cool things that we are doing this time around, thanks to Sarah White at Laguna Studios, is we're doing acrylic standees, and they're going to be roughly about 6 inches tall. It depends on the final artwork, and like Big Ten's taller than Alice, so I would kind of like to keep them in scale if they're like standing still or something. But depending on the poses that we pick, all that stuff, we're doing acrylic standees. Roughly, they're going to be about that size. And one of the things I wanted to do was get to work on the designs mutually and come up with some ideas on the live stream, see what we can come up with, and then put them up for a poll on the Backer Kit campaign and see how many votes we can get for which one, and let the backers pick which one is going to be made into the acrylic standees. Which one do they like the best? So we're going to work on that for a while. Let me see if I can pull up that picture of the standees real quick. Just a rough picture of it. Is it still in there? Oh, digging through the files, digging through the files, digging through the big old piles of files. Right. Was it in Backer Kit? That image was it. Yeah, I have so many folders of so many things. All right, there's an image. There you go. There's an image of the standees as they are right now. That's good artwork. That would make nice, solid images for them. That might be what folks vote for. But I definitely wanted to take an opportunity to come up with some other ideas besides just using, some of the artwork from the cover again and again on things. Why not? It's not like I have to pay my artist an incredibly high dollar amount to produce new artwork. So, why not? Let's give it a shot. Anybody have any suggestions for a pose or anything? I figured we could work on some poses for Alice first. And I definitely would like to do a good standing pose, something that catches her kind of to hell with it tomboyish attitude as an adult, and and maybe a little hint at her violence and readiness to fight. And also, I was thinking I would make these guys double-sided. Once I found out they could do double-sided, the idea of like having one side be the front of her body and the other side be the back, I just thought was so cool. Like, I mean, I could just reverse the artwork and have it be, the same image on front and back, but like, I'm thinking like miniatures and action figures and things. Like, I'd like to be able to flip it around and not like, oh, she's facing that way. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe nobody else would want that. I think that would be pretty cool. I was intending this to be the front of her body, but the more I'm going, the more that feels like her back for some reason. I don't know why. It would be the same either way, I guess. See, this is something that just I'll never be able to get over with digital. Just the ability to be able, like, that's okay, but now I can turn it and put it exactly where I want it and not have to erase everything and redraw it and save that time. Man, that is sweet. Yeah, that is absolutely her back now. I don't know why it came out as her back, but it is. That's too cool. We're gonna do that. And the other side would be her front, of course, but I'm just gonna sketch out some ideas and get them roughed in, and then we can vote on them and see which one the people want. I'm hoping the interactive abilities on Backer Kit are a real blessing this time around. Because I mean, what I wouldn't have give to be able to do polls or be able to go live right on the page and stuff. Which I got to figure out what went wrong this time. Um, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and go live again later in a little bit, and see what went wrong. Something went screwy. Gotta have a little over donkey dog on there. Because what's the point? What's the point if you ain't got a little junkie in the trunk? That's what I'm saying. I believe it was the noted poet Sir Reginald Mix-a-Lot, who at one point in the 1900s declared, saying his anaconda indeed and in fact did not want none if she did not have bonds hung. This is a direct quote from the literature. And the people saw that his message was good. And they took his message to heart. And they proclaimed it across the land. And the good people of the land realized that flat butts weren't the thing. And the healthy rump women of the world rejoiced, as did the men. I know that song wasn't the only thing that changed the trends in what we find, what we declare as beautiful. But I gotta wonder. I'm like seriously curious. I would like to see a real study in how much effect did that song actually have in changing attitudes on what's beautiful and whatnot. Because I dare say the funniness of it and the catchiness of it definitely made a few folks rethink some things. If everybody was singing along and everybody else was saying, yeah, that's right, I'm sure there were some guys that was all about the skinny butts at some point. It was like, perhaps these fat butts are the thing. Perhaps Freddie Mercury knew what he was talking about when he sang about the fat-bottomed girl. I thought it was some kind of euphemism. Surely it could not actually be a fat bottom. But perhaps indeed it was the thing. And they tasted of the fat bottom and they saw that it was good. Okay, maybe that went too far. Now, see, to me, that is a perfectly good sketch and totally gets the point across. But I'm afraid, would somebody else be able to make out enough to decide if they thought that was a good design or not? I don't know. I'm kind of wondering because not everybody's used to working as loose as I do. Fast and loose, they say. Something's not right. I can't quite put my finger on it. So I am going to make a new layer. I'm going to drop the opacity on that one. I'm going to make a new layer above it. I'm going to mirror it. And then I'm going to look and see with it mirrored what's bugging me. Okay. Maybe there's a little too much sway in here. Let's see if... Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. That's why it's not having the desired effect. And this one needs to be a little more under her. That's not right. That was too much. Nope. That's not her chin. That was Jay Leno's chin. We need to give that back to him. I'm sure he's been missing it. That was a Crimson Chin's chin. The Tick's chin. Wasn't Alice's chin. I don't know why anybody stuck it on there. I know I wouldn't have done that because I know better. I've heard tell on the internet that I've been working on this character for 30 years. I wouldn't make such a mistake. Not me. Nope, that would be an amateur mistake. That wouldn't be something I'd do. No, not me. Alright, that's better. And it's cleaner. Well, that's enough for you, Skippity Boo. Get you off of there. All right, let's see what's going on. Check and see if that ever came through. No, it did not. So why didn't it? Why didn't it come through? That's the question we want to know. What is up, Sarah? You're just the person I wish was here to help me with my problems, instead of being locked away in the interwebs. Because I was trying to go live on an old backer kit, but it didn't work. I don't know what I screwed up. I'm guessing it was me that screwed it up, being as I are the only one here. But you never know. It's probably Lori. She probably did it. I'm betting. Betting is old crazy Lori. Or it was D trying to get back at me, trying to stop me from being the fastest fish there is. That's it. I'll screw up his streaming. That'll show him. And I said, but D, what did I do to you? She said that it's like the Highlander, baby. There can only be one. I said, well, yeah, that is, as a matter of fact, that is the rules. I do remember. I do remember when I was spawned on a creek in the middle of nowhere. They told me there could only be one. Just why I ate all my little brothers and sisters in that stream on that day. That's how I got so big. Laurie is a devious one. A devil, if you will. You can see it, the roots are starting to show in the last picture I saw. You know, she's supposed to cover them red roots when they start to show. Next thing you know, her horn's going to be poking out and everybody's going to see. Everybody's going to say, told you, I told you. All right, I think that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad for a design. So we are going to say, just to be cool, just be cool kids in class, we're going to say that's design A. Because, you know, it's a design. All right, now let's come up with another design that we can vote on. See what we're going to do. All right, we got her standing there like the tough guy she is. Looking cool, looking sexy. Got her sword up on her shoulder for that one. And then I have the design here where she's leaping and cutting and got the gun out and everything. So got that look. I don't know. We need another idea. What's another idea we could do? Now that we got some real help, now that we got some heavy lifters like Sarah in the kitty chat. Need another idea for an old Alice picture. Something to make a cool acrylic standee. Something to make a standee stand up, take notice. That's what we need. Something's going to bring in the boys and girls and say, hey, I want one of them. I want to put my hard-earned money on one of those there. I know I'm getting some. I'm going to put them all over the house. My wife's going to kill me. Says, why are there all these little half-naked women around the house? Because they're cool, baby. Because they're cool. What would be? See, I think there could be some really cool designs with her holding the sword in her teeth and two guns in her hands. But the engineer side of my brain makes me wonder. Like, okay, if you've got a sword that's sharp enough to be able to cut through reality. By the way, you can go to Go Mr. Fish right now, and you can check it out. You can go back, Alice Lost in Wonderland. You can get us over the $1,000 mark while we're going live. That would be awesome. But if you got a sword that's sharp enough to be able to cut through reality, this thing's glowing all the time, just rippling energy off of this sword, I'd have to think that would hurt your teeth. Like there's a lot of times I've wanted to like, sorry, you know, and I don't think you could do it. I don't think you could do it. I don't think it'd quite be like putting a lightsaber in your mouth, but I don't think it'd be pleasant. I don't think it'd be pleasant at all. Ooh. I think it'd be kind of like trying to hold a running power drill in your mouth or something. I don't think it'd be pleasant. I don't think it'd be good. I don't think it'd be a good idea. I don't think it'd be safe. I don't think OSHA would approve. I don't think Sarah would either. I know Kyron would, but Kyron just likes to start stuff. That's why he ain't here. He's off starting something. All right, let's see. All right, so I'm going to skip the sword in the mouth because just physics, I don't think that would work. Be ashamed to cut a hole through reality in your face. Ooh, and what if it never healed? Okay, so now we're going off down a whole nother tangent. There's another story written right there. What happens if you cut a hole in reality in the side of some being and it just never heals? It just stays a festering wound. Oh my God. Oh my God. I had a dear friend. Story time with Uncle Fish. And I only tell this story because I know my friend doesn't follow me on social media. But I had a dear friend one time, loved with all my heart, wonderful person. And they were climbing chain link fence at like a cookout, like a get together or something. And probably had one too many to drink and were being silly and went running across the yard and went to hop the chain link fence to get to the other side to catch somebody before they left or something. You know, just being silly, just doing what you do when you're at a cookout, getting your Budweiser on. And when they went over the chain link fence, they scratched their face. I mean, it was a good cut and it bled and stuff. And they, you know, went to the ER, I think, and got some stitches, and it probably bled a little extra because they, you know, alcohol, and got it stitched and everything. Like, I met them 5 or 6 years after that, and it was still an open wound. It had never healed. And try as they might, they never could get it to heal. Went to many a doctor, packed it, tried to close it. It just would not heal. And I felt so bad for them because, I mean, eventually, you know, you could not miss this thing on the side of their face. And it was very embarrassing, and it broke my heart that something so silly, and I mean, how many stupid things have I done in my life? And I mean, I got some scars and I got some limps and I've got some bits of shrapnel in me and stuff, but I don't have an open wound on my face. And you know, I got a heck of a lot of concussions, which are up here, but you can't see those. But yeah, that, oh gosh. Coming to an Alice in Wonderland story near you in the future. Good thing I'm only spoiling that for 2 people. Back later. All right, let's go back to drawing. We need another design for Alice. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Got her jumping in the other one. Now, I was thinking about doing it, you know, doing oval bases on them because the portals that she goes through are oval shaped. I mean, really, they're kind of round, but we're always seeing them at a bit of an angle. So, oval seemed right. I kind of thought it might be funny to have her like dropping through one. The design we've already got could kind of be construed as her leaping out of one or jumping into one. Um, hmm. Okay, we've got her looking cool with the sword on her shoulder. Now I think we need to do one where she's ready to fight or is fighting. All right. Hmm. Hmm. Goodness, I gave her some. Gave her a case of the droopiness. I was like, didn't intend to do that. Hey, didn't mean to give her a case of the droopies. Just kind of happens sometimes. Happens to all of us sometimes, they say. I don't know if that's true because everybody won't show me. That joke, fishy. Where's your taste? Where's your tact? We are dog sitting, and we have one very nervous little wiener girl that we are babysitting. And she is just absolutely certain that everything is out to get her. The Amazon man is for sure out to get her. The cat has it in for her. Just one thing after another got her riled up. My wiener dog's already riled up enough most of the time. For those who've been wondering, patiently waiting to see if the needle moved, it has not moved. We are still sitting at 9:45 on the Alice Lost in Wonderland backer kit campaign. Okay, that's good, but this. There we go. That's better. So I couldn't have done that with pencil and paper. I'd have had to learn to bend reality before the paper would bend like that. And it's so expensive to bend reality these days. What with inflation? One thing that would make it hard to animate Alice in full 2D, I would think, is her hair does that weird 2D animation thing where it's always hanging off. It's always lower on the other side. It's always coming out from behind her ear on the side of her head that's opposite the camera. So imagine these days if it was animated, it would probably be a 3D model. So they would have to just pick one and make it work. It's probably not a very sexy pose, but figured ever in one legit like fight ready pose. Probably need to clean that up for people that aren't used to looking at my sketchy scribble nonsense. People that are only used to looking at my professional finished drawings. Like a man would do. Speaking of professional drawings, where's Katie been? I ain't seen her in forever. Well, I ain't heard from her forever. I ain't seen her in a while neither. Oh, Sarah left me to my own devices. She knew that's a bad place for me to be. She knows I can't be trusted with my own devices. She did it anyway. It's a dang shame. Crying shame. Can't leave me on here by myself because I get weird when I'm here by myself. I start talking to people that ain't even watching. Alrighty. As soon as I get done with this sketch, I'm going to get off of here for a minute and grab a bite to eat real quick, and then come back on again in a little bit, because I need to figure out what I did wrong so I can stream on BackerKit and get it streaming from my page too. Don't know where I went wrong. YouTube link worked. I don't know if it's maybe because I scheduled it out early. A and oh dang it, I did the B backwards. Stupid fishy. Didn't you know you was still reversed? Well, of course not. I wouldn't have done it, dummy. Didn't it tell you when the A was backwards? No, because I didn't notice. Okay, dope. I'm going to get off of here for a minute and go grab a bite to eat, and I will be back on in a little bit, streaming again, this time trying to stream from the BackerKit campaign as well. Let me save those. And for those of y'all just tuning in, we are doing designs to try and figure out exactly what the artwork is going to be for the standees that we're doing. I wanted to let everybody on the BackerKit campaign vote for which ones it's going to be, for what design is going to be made. Could be those two that are right there before you. They're solid designs. They look good. They're beautiful. Blah, blah, blah. Got one with a little bit more violent, action-ready version of Alice ready to go. And then got a version here with her looking a little sexier, little swagger with the sword behind her shoulder. And they're going to be reversible, so you would see her full body on the other side as well. The other ones are going to have like her actual back on there with her backpack and everything, just because I think that would be really fun to do. And how often do I get to draw Big Tens back? Not that often. So anyway, that's what we're working on right now. I'm going to come back this evening and hopefully here in a little bit, and we'll work on some Big Ten sketches. And until then, I'm going to go grab a bite to eat. Your Uncle Fishy loves you. Peace out. I will see y'all on the